Well, that's so weird. When did you? Yeah. I'm obviously gonna skip
That's
it.
weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm sure it's the same sheet.
Oh, are you done? Okay. Erin, is things are okay back there?
We go way back. We go way back, and I'm so happy that the lunch is here, so I can actually catch up with you. That's gonna be awesome. Hi. It was really nice. Oh, sea door. What'd you say? Nope. We don't have it. We never organized it because we never did. We need to do that for, I think, honestly.
We could start doing it for 2023.
We could start doing it for the 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Lauren. Yeah, right there. Wait, your mom and dad here.
Well, you decide.
Okay.
You decide.
I'm glad
Grandmother. Yes. I yell it.
I know it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I was trying to.
And honestly, you can just get her. You can just say her grandmother. That's okay. People see it. And we do it a lot. So it's okay. Yeah, if it's going to stress you out. Okay. I'm Rabbi Lauren. Nice to meet you. And where did so you're on the dad's side or the mom's side? No, she's in Jersey, right? She's in Jersey. Her parents. Yeah. Yes.
Judith, if you're there, if you want to start letting people in. Erin, did we test the sound in the room? Did you test the sound in the room? Okay. Great. Thank you.
Enter, yes, all admitted.
they're there.
Sydney.
Yeah, they take off the light.
Is that your kid? Who's that?
No, my kid's not here yet. They'll probably get here.
Which child is that?
That's Reva, that's Sydney.
Not right there.
And that's Eli.
Oh, right.
We should get started.
They asked me to start doing that. Yeah. Okay. No, every the board. Like yeah. I did it for Miko. It seemed to help. Yeah. Okay. So before the service starts, I can do it. Yeah. Hi everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. If I could have everyone's attention for a minute. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Talking Jewy crowd. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If I can have your attention, we're about to begin the service, so please find your seats. No, it's too weird to start the service.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like once you're, Invite you to please find your seats. We're about to begin.
Better this than the other.
Before we begin the service, I just wanted to make an announcement. Hi, I'm Rabbi Lauren, and this is Cantor Lisa. Welcome for the guests. SAJ records the service via Zoom, and so we ask everyone to refrain from taking pictures or video during the service, as we have a recording process happening already, and we invite you to just be very present and be here with us for the service. If you don't know, if you've never been to a synagogue service, or if it's been a few decades, we just invite you to join along with with your voices, with lies, with the shakers. If you don't have one, you can grab one at the front, and just invite you to really be with us this morning as we celebrate Shabbat and celebrate this wonderful milestone. We're going to begin. Invite you to go underneath your seats. There are 2 red books, and one is smaller and one is larger, and we're going to invite you to take the smaller one out. That is our prayer book, our Siddur. For those who are at home, there is a PDF that is going to be linked in the chat if it's not already there, and you're welcome to click on that and follow along with the pages that will be announced in the chat throughout the service. We begin our service by chanting the words of welcome into the sanctuary, into the sacred space. And turn to page 141 or page 3 for the words of Ma Tovu. How amazing it is, how lovely are the gates that we create in sacred community in this sanctuary.
Israel, my
Our prayer service is designed to help us on a journey from waking up, just becoming enlivened, to finding ourselves in prayers of gratitude and then praise. And we climb this ladder beginning with the morning blessings that acknowledge the big and small things that make life meaningful, that help us along the way. So I'm going to invite Milo to come forward to help us in the chanting of the morning blessings. Invite you to please rise. Milo will lead us, and then the congregation is invited to respond, the beginning part in Hebrew and then the second part of the phrase in English.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who removes sleep from my eyes and slumber from my eyelids.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who gives the bird of dawn discernment to tell day from night.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who stretches forth the earth upon the waters.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who makes the blind to see.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who clothes the naked.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who makes the captive free.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who raises up the humble.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who makes firm a person's steps.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who acts for all my needs.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who girds Israel with strength.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who crowns Israel with splendor.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who made me in your image.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who made me free.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who made me of the people Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Haolamim, who gives strength to the weary.
Amen.
You can be seated. We turn in our prayer books to page 165. A prayer for our spirits, a prayer for our souls. 165.
So invite everyone to take a nice deep breath in and then out. And as we breathe in the notes of the song, we breathe in the joy and the rest of today, and we breathe out the same, whatever prayers or blessings you wish for today. And there are wonderful spots within this melody for you to take nice, long, luxurious breaths in and out. So I invite you to do that and sing along with the melody or the words if you're familiar.
Tell In this week's Torah portion, which we'll learn more about throughout the service and through Milo's teaching, there's a part where these two brothers, Jacob and Esau, they have not seen each other in a long time. There has been bad blood between them, and they are seeing each other for the first time, and they're insisting on giving each other gifts to sort of pacify and make up for the past. And at one point, Esau says, no, I don't want your gifts because I have enough stuff. I have enough. And then Jacob says, no, I insist. And then it turns to Jacob, and he's supposed to be receiving a gift, and he says, no, I don't need your gift because I have everything. I have everything I need. And this teacher, Rav Shlomo Wolbe, teaches on this, that this distinction between I have a lot of stuff and I have everything is a very powerful distinction. I have a lot of stuff means, okay, material possessions I'm comfortable right now. But I have everything means that it's material or spiritual. I have everything that I need. I have everything that makes my life work. I have Hakol, I have everything. So as we go through the service, our job, our hope, our purpose of prayer is to help move us from that space of I have enough, maybe I have enough, maybe I'm not sure if I have enough, to I have everything that I need. I am extraordinarily grateful for this life, for this breath, for this moment, for no other moment has ever existed like this one. I have everything. So as we go to the next two Psalms, which will be back to back, same melody, we invite you to sing along or use your shakers. Page 227 and then page 231. This is Kol HaNeshama Hallelujah. Every breath, every being should give praise. So as we move through this prayer and this repetition, I invite you to think about what does it mean to say, I have all that I need. Everything that I need is here. Even if life is not perfect, even if life is challenging, I have what I need. invite you to please rise in body or spirit for the call to prayer 247.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam. Yotzeror uvorei choshech, osei shalom, uvarei et hakol.
You can be seated. Page 249.
Hakol yoducha v'kol yishabechucha, v'kol yom v'lo yoter kol, ve'el boteach v'kol yom Baruchim hameim haaretz v'ladim aleha, baruchim u'tu v'splendid v'rashim.
We turn to page 257. As I mentioned, our service is purposely designed to help awaken us to life and then to gratitude and to praise. And we've reached a moment of where the invitation is to raise our voices in praise of creation, of the divinity in all things. In page 257, this is a call and response, so you're welcome to join the melody as well. So I'm going to invite you to repeat after me for those who do not know this. L'chai olamim. So repeat after me. L'chai olamim.
L'chai olamim.
Amazing. So we're going to keep using those words, which means the life of all worlds.
Ha'aderet ve'ha'emuna
L'chai olamim.
Habina ve'haberacha
L'chai olamim.
Haga'ava ve'hagedula
L'chai olamim.
Ha'adeya ve'hadibur
L'chai olamim. Yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, nai.
Ha'od ve'hadar
L'chai olamim.
Havad ve'havatikut
L'chai olamim.
Hazoch ve'hazohar
L'chai olamim.
Ha'chayil ve'hachosen
L'chai olamim. Yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, 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 yai, 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 nai, nai, yai,
הצדק. הקריאה והקדושה לך עולמים, הארון והרוממות לך עולמים. השיר והשבח עולמים, התהילה והתפארת. השיר והשבח לך עולמים, התהילה והתפארת לך עולמים.
Raising our praise to the heights and beyond. Is invite Ella Schwartz to come forward to read the reading on the back of your handout.
It has been a long trip, said Milo, climbing onto the couch where the princess sat. But we would have been here so much sooner if I hadn't made so many mistakes. I'm afraid it's all my fault. You must never feel badly about making mistakes, explained Reason quietly, as long as you take the trouble to learn from them. For you often learn more by being wrong for the right reasons than you do by being right for the wrong reasons. But there's so much to learn, he said with a thoughtful frown. Yes, that's true, admitted Rhyme. But it's not just learning things that's important. It's learning what to do with what you learn and learning what you learn, why you learn things at all, that matters. That's just what I mean, explained Milo. Many of the things I'm supposed to know seem so useless. I can't see the purpose of learning them at all. You may not see it now, said the Princess of Pure Reason, looking knowingly at Milo's puzzled face. But whatever we learn has a purpose, and whatever we do affects everything and everyone else, even if in the tiniest way. Why, when a housefly flaps its wings, a breeze goes round the world. When a speck of dust falls to the ground, the entire planet weighs a little more. And when you stamp your foot, the earth moves slightly off of its course. Whenever you laugh, gladness spreads like ripples in a pond. And whenever you're sad, no one anywhere can be really happy. And it's much the same thing with knowledge. For whenever you learn something new, the whole world becomes that much richer.
The bottom of page 269, we close this section of our service about awe and creation and wonder. 269 at the bottom of the page.
אור חדש על ציון תאיר, ונזכה כולנו במהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצר המאורות.
Amen. I'm gonna do a good English thing in that. Ahava Rabbah, we move to the prayer of love. Love abundant, you have enfolded us with love, tender compassion beyond all bounds. Our ancestors gave you their trust, and you gave them Torah, laws and ethics to live by. For their sake and for ours, teach us all well. Help us to live authentically with open-heartedness and righteousness. B'ha'erinenu, enlighten our eyes with Torah, page 273, and transliterated at the bottom. Actually, page 275.
מדבק ליבנו במצוותיך V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfot haaretz v'tolichenu kumemiut le'artzeinu v'tolichenu kumemiut le'artzeinu ki el poel yeshuotata וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול סלע באמת, להודות לך יחך ביהבה, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 277.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Elohecha be'ohavcha u'b'chol nefshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu הלפעמים האלה אשר אנוכי מצדה היום על לבביה ושינתם לבניה ודיברתה בם בשירתיה בביתיה ובלכתיה בדרך ובשוביה ובלומיה וקשרתם מאוד על ידיה והילדתו לפעול בין עיניה ובטלתם על מזוזות ביתיה ובישריה.
We continue silently with the second paragraph of the Shema, or some moments of silent meditation on 279 and 283. And then we'll join back in a moment on 285. Page 285.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בציר תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
As I shared a little bit about the Jacob and Esau story earlier, in this Torah portion, we see that, oh, it's so weird. We see that they have this reunion, but there had been a lot of animosity, a lot of frustration between the two brothers. And Jacob, in the midst of this reunion, says something unusual. He says, Ki al kain ra'iti panecha, kirot pnei Elohim. To see you is to see the face of Adonai, to see the face of God. For these two brothers, one who has robbed the other of so much, one who was victimized by the other, one who could have desired revenge, and one who lived in fear of that revenge, for them to stand eye to eye, face to face, and look deep into each other, and for Jacob to say that I see the divinity in you. I see your innate humanity and goodness, is nothing short of a miracle. The Torah here is teaching us, by means of a very extreme example, the power and possibility of truly seeing one another. Even people we might not understand, even people we have fears or concerns about, even people who represent something that somehow feels threatening to me or my family. If Jacob and Esau, brothers destined to hate each other, can see one another, can truly experience the divinity of one another, how much more so can we in our own lives? The philosopher Martin Buber taught about seeing the divine in relationships, and in particular about transforming what could be a relationship of I, it, seeing you as an object, seeing you as a transactional person in my life, to seeing someone in an I-thou relationship, seeing them as a sacred being. Seeing one another in the thou, in the divine image, enables us to tap into a spiritual connectedness that is true for all beings. And seeing this thou, seeing the face of God, is an act of compassion in a world that is deeply in need of it, a step closer towards redemption, towards healing and wholeness. May we find the strength to meet the other and to see them deeply and fully. We turn to page 291.
Me zu Israel, Kuma be'ezrat Israel, ufedechinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go'aleinu, Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
We turn to page 295 for the Amidah, the beginning of our standing prayer, which begins everyone together. Milo will lead us in the first few blessings. Please join, and then we'll have some opportunity to continue on silently with the words in the book or with our own words. And when you're done your personal prayers, you can be seated. 295.
La 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 Adonai, la 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 Sfatai Tiftach, la 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 Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, la 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 Adonai. La 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 Sfatai Tiftach, la 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 Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah,
Ha'el, Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Melchasadim Tovim, V'gonei Yaakov, Spargas De'avot V'imot, U'medi Gilva Livnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava,
Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Ba'al Moshiach, Mashiach
Ruach umarid hakashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei kol chai berachamim rabim, somek nochlim berachei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayim emunato, lishenei afar, micha mocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechayei, umatzmiach Yeshua.
B'nei Aman atah l'chal kol hayim. Baruch atah Adonai v'chayei kol hayim.
Amen. Page 303.
Nikadesh Shemcha ba'olam kishem shemakdishim oto b'shemei marom kagatuv yanaviecha v'karuz Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melech haaretz kevodo. Az bekol rosh gadol, adir v'chazuk mashmim אלוקינו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון, בקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים. עינינו תראנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We seal our prayers. Just bring it. We seal our prayers with a prayer of peace, wishing peace, shlemut, wholeness, and peace, shalom, to ourselves and our neighbors, to those in our nearby neighborhood, to our city, to our world, to our country, to our world, extending those blessings. So imagine as we sing this melody that our prayers are going from our hearts out into the world. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, page 323, the bottom of the page. Also in the transliteration.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yoshei Tevel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yoshei Tevel.
Please rise. We invite up Jesse and Heather to open the ark. Page 385.
Vayhi bin Saharon, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai ve'yafutzu oivecha, ve'yanuzu me'esanecha mipanecha, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udvar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushata, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udvar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushata. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah. Milo is going to lead us on page 393 in a call and response.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
Galul Adonai Iti Romema Shemo Yaftav.
Ramemu, Ramemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Eishtachavu, Lahadom Rablam Kadoshu. Ramemu, Ramemu, Adonai Eloheinu. Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome to those joining us on Zoom. I see a bunch of our SAJ members and guests. Welcome to all of you who are there. You can see them and wave. They won't see you, but you can get the idea. As I mentioned, we're reading this parsha about Jacob and Esau and their reunion. Immediately before the reunion is a very mysterious event that Milo's going to speak more about after the Torah reading and invite our participation in the conversation about what this means. So I want to invite you to really try to read along and think for yourself a little bit about this mysterious story of a wrestling match in the dark that we're going to hear about. We are now in the bigger books, so if you go underneath your seats, they are the bigger books, and it's on page 200. We begin with Genesis 32, verse 23. Are you gabbing for the hymns too? Okay. Page 200 in the bigger book, chapter 32, verse 23. V'yazor v'egem v'yoshia l'chochasim bo v'nomar amen. Hakol havu godel Eloheinu utnu kavod laTorah not la'amod. The Aliyah Harishona, we call up Jamie and Michael Leonhardt for the first Aliyah. Baruch shenatan Torah li'amo Yisrael b'kedushato v'atem madlikim Adonai Elohechem chayim kolchem hayom.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu la'avodato v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Okay.
Vayakom balayla hu vayika et shtei nashav ve'et shtei shifrotav ve'et achad asar yelodav vayavo et ma'avar yabok vayikachem vayavireim et tanachal vayaver et asher lo vayivater Yaakov lebado vayevek ish Imo ad alod hashahar vayar lo Yaakov yemer od shimcha. Oh yeah, ki lo yachol lo vayiga bechav yerecho vateka gav yerech Yaakov be'evko imo.
We do it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Offer a blessing for Michael and Jamie on the occasion of Milo's bar mitzvah, mitzvah. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Yimotenu Sar Karakal v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless you who have risen today in honor of Shabbat, in honor of community, in honor of tradition, and in honor of the bar mitzvah of your son, Milo. May you be blessed today to feel enormous pride at who Milo is and is becoming. May you feel a sense of satisfaction knowing you have helped give him tools and values and love that has given him the ability to stand here today in front of this community and to look forward to many more years of life's unfolding. May you be continually blessed to be surrounded by loving family and friends for the journey of life and parenting and beyond. And may you have health and happiness and love in your lives and in your community. And let us say, Amen. Mazel tov to Jamie and Michael.
It's now my pleasure to call up our bar mitzvah this morning. Oh, Jamie, Michael, you stay up here. Yeah, we need you. We need you here for the second aliyah to call Milo up for his first and special aliyah. Na'lamod b'chor b'mitzvah Yitzchak Chaim ben Aaron v'Michael el aliyah hasheni.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu la'avodato v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So Jamie, you can hold this.
Vayomer shalacheni ki alach hashachar Vayomer lo ashlechacha ki im baraktani Vayomer elam shmecha Vayomer Yaakov Vayomer lo Yaakov yemer od shimcha ki Yisrael kisari ta'im Elohim ve'im anashim batual kisari va'ishal Yaakov va'yomer lo hagidana mashmecha laman zeh tishal ishmi let's keep going. What? Oh yeah. Vayomer laman zeh tishal ishmi va'vereo tosha. Baruch hu atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betocheinu Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen.
What? Oh.
Milo, come over here. It is my pleasure to give you the first of many blessings this morning. This is an audience participation blessing, as you may have guessed. Not yet. You will know. I will give you a cue. But I have two requests, or at least one. Is that anyone who is a friend of Milo or a family member who is 13 and under to please come forward quickly after the blessing to help us out in front. And just be careful of the heads, okay? That happened recently, so thank you. You'll know. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Yivarech et Yitzchak Chaim ben Aharona v'Michael. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless you, Milo, who have risen today in honor of holiness, in honor of Torah, in honor of your mitzvah. Today you join the many generations of the Jewish people who have come to the Torah before you. May your connection to the Jewish people and tradition bring you joy, pride, and meaning in the days to come. May this inheritance reside in your heart and soul, and may you continue to find within it depth and possibility. May you never settle for easy answers, and may your passions lead to further exploration of the world. May you continue to learn, to grow, to teach, to question, and to perform acts of kindness. May you grow in body and spirit, wisdom and humility, love of all creatures, and faithfulness and courage. And may you find much sweetness. And let us say, Amen.
Simin tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simin tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simin tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simin tov. Yehelanu, 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 Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael. Simin tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simin tov and mazel tov and simin tov and mazel tov and simin tov. Yehelanu, 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 Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Uvechol Yisrael.
It's up to you. Ask your dad. Ask your dad. Joshua, bring it to the pot. Bring it to the pot. Okay. You guys sit down. Shikach, amazing, wonderful blessing and celebration. We are continuing with our Torah reading, which is now on page 202, chapter 32, verse 31. And we call up Nala Amod Aliyah Shlishit. We call up Stephen and Marilee Abspam for the third Aliyah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher bachar banu mikol ho'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Sure.
Amen. ויקרא שם המקום פניאל, כי ראיתי אלוהים פנים אל פנים, ותנצל נפשי. ויזרח לו השמש כאשר עבר את פניאל, והוא צולע על ירחו. על כן לא יאכלו בני ישראל את גיד הנשר אשר על כף הירך עד היום הזה, כי נגע בכף ירך יעקב בגיד הנשר.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher notan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam notah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
We take a moment to offer prayers for healing, whether prayers for a body, spirit, or mind. We're going to sing the words, Ana Elna Rafana La. Please heal her from the Torah when Moses was begging for forgiveness for his sister Miriam. And we'll sing those words and then we'll begin to quiet a little bit, but you can keep singing. And I'll share the congregational names and go around the room and look at the balcony. And if anyone has other names to offer for blessings of healing, please add those names then.
Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Refana La, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Refana La, Ana.
Esther Aviva, Bat Sarah Adele, Abraham Michael Ben Shiriatha, the Yosef, Zelda Bat Devorah, the Israel, Mort Gerber, Kava Bat Moish, Gila Bat Sarah, Florence Cohen, Florence Rosenthal, Jill Prosky, Yaakov Ben Ladi, Reyes Ben Sarah, Chava Bat Chaya, George Frega, Jennifer Novak, Shimon Ben Tzvi, Esther, Abigail Fader Kane, Hagen, Joseph, Heidi, Nanette, Jesse Gottfried, Sonali, Rodo Chori, Ari Vogel, Al Seidenberg, Tybal Rachel, Bat Ashka, Bat Abraham, Sarah, Bat Leah Goldie, Devorah, Bat Chava, Bat Ignatz, John Joyce, Wendy Pastor, Moisha, Bat Freda, Leah, Bat Rivka, Anita Sarno, Kathy O'Keefe, Alexa Karp, Myron Schwartzman, Judith Schwartzman, Shmuel Ali, Ben Chana, Amir Arbisser, Claire Berman. Anyone wants to add a name? May they find healing, and let us say Amen. Our fourth Aliyah is on 203, chapter 33, verse 1. Na la'amod la'aliyah harevi'it. We call up all those observing a yard site this morning. I see there's a few people online, as well as Myra and Athena.
Baruch hu et Adonai hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu la'avodato v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayisa Yaakov enav, vayar vehine Esav ba, ve'imo arba meot ish. Vayachatz et hayeladim al Leah ve'al Rachel ve'al shtei hashfachot. Vayasem et hashfachot ve'al taldehen rishona. ואת לאה וילדיה אחרונים, ואת רחל ואת יוסף אחרונים. והוא עבר לפניהם, וישתחו ארצה 7 פעמים, עד גישתו עד אחיו. וירוץ עשיו לקראתו, ויחבקהו, ויפול ארץ עבריו, וישקהו, ויבכו. ויישא את עיניו, וירא את הנשים ואת הילדים, ויאמר מי אלה לך? ויאמר הילדים אשר חנן אלוהים את עבדך.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam
asher natan lanu Torah emet
v'chayei olam nata b'tuchenu.
Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Invite those of you who have risen for an aliyah this morning to please share the name and relationship of the person whose yard site you're observing. One at a time, nice and loud into the microphone.
My mother, Charlotte Kriegel, my cousin, Jenny Ben Ari, and my brother, Jay Kriegel. My grandmother, Ann Ducat.
Lori
My mother, Elke Hyman.
and Nancy.
My mother, Helen Ludmerer.
Is there anyone else online who's observing a yard site who wants to share a name? As we honor those who we've mentioned, their memories, as I chant the El Malay memorial prayer. El Malay Rachamim Shochein Bamromim Hamtzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Hashchina B'ma'alot Kiddushim U'Tehorim Kezohar Rakia Mazhirim Lenishmot Yakirinu Kedoshenu Shelchu Leolamam Ana Bal HaRachamim Hastirem B'Tzel Kenefecha Leolamim וצרור בצרור החיים נשמתם, אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו ושלום ומשכבם, ונאמר אמן.
Our final Torah reading for this morning is found on page 204, chapter 33, verse 6. For this Aliyah, we call up all those who are celebrating any special events in their lives or special milestones, as well as David for the wonderful Tish this morning. Nala Amod Aliyah HaChamishit. If anyone else wants to join David, you're welcome to do so.
I'll keep it on. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher karvanu la'avodoto, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. ותיגשנה השפחות, הנה וילדיהן, ותשתחוונה, ותיגש גם לאה, וילדיו ישתחוו, ואחר ניגש יוסף, ורחל וישתחוו, ויאמר מי לך, כל המחנה הזה אשר פגשתי, ויאמר למצוא חן בעיני אדוני, ויאמר עשיו יש לי רב, אחי יהי לך אשר לך. ויאמר יעקב, אל נא אם נא מצאתי חן בעיניך, ולקחת מנחתי מידי, כי על כן ראיתי פניך כראות פני אלוהים ותרצני. קח נא את ברכתי אשר הובאת לך, כי חנני אלוהים וכי יש לי חול, ויבצר בו ויקח.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach to David for teaching us this morning at the Tish in Maryland.
Okay, so I didn't come to services last week because my granddaughter had invited me to lunch. And it was just her and me, and she made lunch for me. And it was just lovely.
In honor of family and relationships, like we talked about earlier too, Mazal Tov, and wonderful to mark that Aliyah. So, Carol, and Carol's birthday. All right, we got to sing last night and tonight. I'm so excited. So Carol's joining us on Zoom, celebrating her birthday. Misha Berach, Avotena, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yotena, Sarah, Kara, Kavalea, who Yivarech et Tzipporah, right? I think your Hebrew name?
Zora Miriam
Oh, Torah Miriam, may you be blessed, Carol, with a year of abundance, a year of blessing, a year of community, a year of health and of connection. May you be blessed along with all of your family, your friends, your community. May we all have health and strength and benefit from your Torah, your wisdom, and your teachings, and your presence. And let us say, Amen. Mazel
Thank you. Toda Rabah.
We call up Lauren and Sunny Schwartz to lift and wrap the Torah. Please rise. Na la'amod lahag ba'ava legally la. Please rise if you are able.
Okay, you should go now.
Have you done this before? No. Okay, I'm going to give you a verse.
You got this. Don't rip it. Bezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe.
You can be seated. Where's Milo? Oh no, okay. Can you lift the table up for him?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, move the.
Milo's going to make a grand entrance that was not planned. We're very excited. Yes! Woo! It is time for Milo to share some words of Torah. Milo really dug into this story, and it's especially the part that he read at the beginning with Jacob's wrestling match, and he's going to share what he learned and his perspective and offer an opportunity for you to think about your thoughts and reactions as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. There were a lot of things I was worried about for today, but getting laryngitis right before was not one of the things I thought would happen. Today, the Torah portion is Vayishlach. To give some context to the Torah portion, Jacob and Esau were twins, sons of Isaac and Rebekah. Their relationship was constantly in shambles because they were competing for their father's attention. This led to the worst event of all. When they were teenagers, Jacob fooled Isaac and stole his father's blessing from Esau. As a result, Esau threatened to kill Jacob, and Jacob fled to the land of his mother. This Torah portion, Vayishlach, starts off with Jacob going back to his homeland. He is anxious about seeing Esau for the first time since he stole the blessing. In order to smooth things over with his brother, Jacob sends messengers to inform Esau of his success and to gain his favor. The messengers come back and inform Jacob that Esau is coming to meet him along with 400 other men. When he hears the news, Jacob splits up his family, thinking that if one camp doesn't make it out alive, then the other camp still may survive. Jacob also sends gifts of animals to Esau to try to win Esau's favor. Jacob sends his family across the stream and is soon left alone. He's approached by an unknown figure, and they wrestle until the break of dawn. As Jacob has not been beaten yet, his hip is wrenched, and from then on, he walks with a limp. During the wrestling, Jacob is given a new name, Israel, by his mysterious opponent, as he has fought with the divine and human beings. As he leaves, Jacob names the land Peniel, meaning that I have seen a divine being face to face, yet my life has been preserved. This text can be interpreted in vastly different ways, partly due to the vagueness of the language. When Jacob and the mysterious figure are fighting, the word he is repeated multiple times without any clarification about what person the text is talking about. It's also stated by the mysterious figure that Jacob has fought with beings divine and human, leading to the different interpretations in who the text is actually referring to. Many people think that the figure Jacob wrestling with is God or an angel because of the referrals to spiritual beings and the definition of the land Peniel. What I think, though, is that Jacob is really fighting against himself. It's been mentioned several times that Jacob feels anxious about meeting his brother. We can deduce that he is anxious and guilty about his past actions, including stealing Esau's blessing. I think that the fight is really just Jacob wrestling with his conscience. As a species, most humans are wired to feel remorse or regret about something they've done. Jacob is a human. He ran away from his problems, and now they are catching up to him, and he feels anxious. The wrenched socket of his hip is a physical manifestation of his guilt. It is something that will always stay with him, not only to remind him of stealing the blessing, but also to remind him of running away from his issues and not confronting them. The change in names from Jacob to Israel represents growth. Even though Jacob is still carrying guilt, he is growing and coming to terms with what he had done. Jacob is now ready to face Esau. His new name, Israel, meaning a God wrestler, signifies that he is now ready to face the most difficult problems, his own. I believe that God is an internal force that motivates you to do the right thing. When the Torah says that Jacob saw God face to face, I believe that it means he is seeing himself. These are my interpretations about the Torah portion of Vayishlach. What do you think?
Amazing. Thank you, Milo. Milo, stay up here. Okay. So Milo shared his idea that his interpretation that this Torah portion is really about Jacob wrestling with his conscience, wrestling with himself. There's not an external being at all. It's really his own journey, his own search. And we want to hear from some of you. It's an SAJ's tradition that we often, most of the time, try to have some community participation in our Torah learning. So for those of you who know the story or who read it or listened to Milo, do you agree that it was Jacob wrestling himself, or potentially it was someone else, or what the text says? And then also, I really love this idea of life catches up with us, and we have at some point in our lives to confront what it is that we've done in our past. And I'm just wondering also how we do that and how we make sure we do that in our own lives. So is there anyone who wants to bravely go first and be our Nachshon to dive into the waters and see and join our discussion? Oh, okay. I can rely on Jonah. All right.
So this is just a question for you. Do you think that he was actually fighting himself, or do you think it was God or an angel teaching him a lesson through this idea of fighting him and having him like cope with his thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on how you look at the text. Like, it could really be either way. In my opinion, I think, like what I said, I don't think it could have been a physical fight. That's a possibility. And it could have been completely mental. Like, there's a lot of times I know that we drive ourselves crazy and kind of convince ourselves that there's like a force that isn't actually there. And I feel like that could have been the case. But I think that there was something God-related that was not teaching, but like you said, kind of informing Jacob that he had to kind of come to senses with what he had done. And that was what motivated him to stop ignoring his mistakes, I think.
I think the other thing is Jacob's anxiety is so high before the fight happens. He's so anxious. He literally separates family and puts them in a hierarchy, saying that if Esau's going to kill, us, then at least he won't kill my first wife, right? My favorite wife, and then my second favorite wife. So there's a lot of signs that point to maybe having, I think, an anxiety attack or some kind of experience of feeling and like internal wrestling that he's struggling with. Anyone else? Yeah. Oh, Jonah, great.
It's interesting that nobody else sees this person. This isn't happening in context. Like when angels visits Abraham, they come for lunch and other people see them, so that's something different. So that suggests to me that this could be an internal wrestling. And then the other thing that's interesting is he's getting ready to see his brother. If I remember right, doesn't it start that they're, like even as they're coming out of the womb, there's wrestling. And so he goes from external wrestling to reflecting and thinking about his actions in a way that maybe Jacob, and the effect of his actions in a way that it takes Jacob a long time in his life to get to the point that he stops and thinks how his actions affect others. So I'm with you.
I'm interested in, if he isn't wrestling an external force, what do you think is the function of the injury and then the limp that he goes around with for the rest of his life? Is it to be a physical marking in addition to the name change, that something fundamental has changed within him, or is it something else?
We talked about that a lot.
I think one of the things, I think that it's not necessarily, how do I say this? For Jacob, the wrenched hip, him walking with a limp, it represents kind of, when you do something, you can't get off scot-free. Like, there's going to be something that you end up with. You're not going to get off without any punishment. It's karma. I think that the wrenched hip, it's karma. Like, the wrenched hip represents something, and I'm not sure why exactly it was his hip, but it represents something that will stay with him, to always remind him of his mistakes, so that, in the future, he will be a changed person.
I think just to also, because we had obviously a lot of conversations about this text, Milo, you also spoke about sort of like our emotional injuries being sometimes manifest in our body, and that how we carry pain in our bodies. And so a lot of us, maybe that feels like a bad back and a bad knee, and there's physical piece to it as well, but there's often, when we're struggling, there can be a physical manifestation. And I thought that was a really amazing insight that you had, that when we had that conversation about that exact thing that Michelle asked. Great. Max?
Yeah, Milo's drash really made me think this question of, if we think of wrestling as in it takes two to tango, well, does it take two to tango to wrestle, right? Is it a wrestle with someone else? Is it a wrestle internal? Or is it a D, all of the above answer? And I feel like your interpretation is giving us that D, all of the above, that it can be a wrestling of relationships, it can be a relationship with oneself. So, holding space for all the truths at once.
I think that Donna Katzen had something to say online. Can we spotlight Donna again? Donna, you just have to unmute.
Thanks so much for that incredible drash, Milo. That was really beautiful. I think this passage is a tremendous lesson that in order to go forward, we really can't go forward without dealing with our past. And perhaps the hip injury that Jacob carries with him is that constant reminder that is in fact helpful, as we might be tempted to backslide or to forget, or even to deal with things like trauma that has been passed on from generation to generation. It is important that that reminder is with us. The other thing I think, though, is that it's a tremendous lesson for us in how we go forward with other people and other peoples in our community, in our country, in our world, and that kind of reconciliation, perhaps the restitution that is almost attempted with the bringing of the gifts, is a contributor to being able to go forward, to address the injury, to try and repair the injury, and that is a necessity for being able to go forward together. I think our times have a lot to learn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donna, for bringing that in. And Carol, your spotlight, great, you have your hand up.
Just briefly, thank you, Donna. There's not much I could say after that. It's wonderful. But I would like to say two things. One is to focus on the change of the name, representing the change that's needed. And it doesn't mean necessarily at that moment that Jacob has changed, but that he's changing and has to deal with changing and growing. And I think that's a way to see it. I'm still not quite convinced there's no God in there, but what the interpretation of God in terms of face to face, I'd like to hear how you deal with face to face. And one other thing, which is karma is not necessarily punishment. It's having to deal with stuff that one has not yet dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for those additions, Carol. That's great. We had a conversation about the face to face, and you talked about your theology in that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
So for me, my identity of God, what I think God is, it's always been something I kind of wrestle with. And
as appropriate.
Yeah. No pun intended. But I think like one of the things is that I've never been a huge believer in like a typical God. For me, what God represents is an internal force. Everybody has their own version of God. I think that's pretty clear. It's slightly different. I think it's an internal force that you believe in that motivates you to do not necessarily the right thing, but motivates you to make your choices. I think that's my belief of God. So in this case, and I think it shouldn't be ignored, and it's often ignored, that Jacob, we can see he was very selfish too. The fact that like he split up his family, like that's kind of like off the bat. Like when I heard that, I was just a little surprised. And I think him fighting himself and him coming to the realization of his mistakes, that could be, I agree, that could also be a version of God. But I don't think it's the typical God. I think it's God inside of him, like motivating him to actually come to, like, again, come to terms with what he'd done. Like, there's a point where when you do things, you can't just, it doesn't slide anymore. You have to step up and actually acknowledge that you did them and acknowledge your mistakes. And I think that's what Jacob was experiencing.
Thank you. I told Milo that Milo was in good company with that theology, because that is the essence of Mordecai Kaplan's theology, that who started the synagogue and started Reconstructionist Judaism, that God is a force that motivates us to do good. And I was able to say, oh my gosh, your belief is literally aligned with this congregation and this movement, which is amazing. So thank you everyone for your insights, for these ideas that, Milo, you've gotten us to think about, this concept of growth and what does it mean to grow and to accept our past and to wrestle with our past in order to grow and move forward as individuals, and as Donna so beautifully said, as people and as humans. So Yasher Koach, thank you, Milo, for these beautiful words of Torah. And now we're going to call up Jay and Donna Leonhardt for a prayer for the country, which is found in your handout. You can sit for on the front page of the handout.
Very good. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you start. I
Okay.
was saying the name. You just.
Okay. Well, it's a prayer for our country by Rabbi Eilert Cohen. May we be strong and have courage.
To be bold in our action and deep in our compassion.
To discern when we must listen and when we must act.
To uproot bigotry, intolerance, misogyny, racism, discrimination, and violence in all its forms.
To celebrate the many faces of God reflected in the wondrous diversity of humanity.
To welcome the stranger and the immigrant, and to honor the gifts of those who seek refuge and possibility here.
As they have since this nation was born.
Let
justice well up like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
Thank you.
Thank you. We call up Carolyn and Vaughn to open the ark and invite everyone to please rise in body or spirit, page 433.
Yeah, hallelujah, Shem Adonai, Ki niskav Shema levado, Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayoret keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael, am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Page 441, as we return the Torah to the ark, is a tree of life, Eitz Chaim Hi, in the middle of the Hebrew. Eitz Chaim Hi, lama chazikim ba, v'tomcha ve'yoshar derachecha, darchei dom, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuvo. Chodesh, Chodesh Yameinu, Chodesh Yameinu, kekedem.
You can be seated. Milo, a few more special prayers for you on this day. First, I want to invite everyone to join with me with the words or with an amen for the prayer for sacred occasions, the Shehakianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehakianu v'kiyamanu v'hikiyanu lazman hazeh. Milo, we are so happy to give you this Kiddush cup with your Hebrew name on it. And and for you to have many, many more times on holidays and Shabbat, on special occasions in your life, for you to remember this special day and remember with pride and with connection to our SAJ community. So many blessings on that. We can. I want to also say a few words and just to say that in our tradition, it is said when they're in the place where there is no Ben Adam, there is no person, there is no mensch. Be a Ben Adam, be a person, be a mensch. And I thought of you, you have an incredible, disarming, charming personality, and you put everyone at ease with your true interest in them and your curiosity about them. So I want to just applaud you for that quality. I also want to say a hearty yasher koach. It was so amazing to see you really dig into Torah study and to say, I kept remember you said at one point, this is a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. And I'm like, yes, it is, exactly. So I just hope that continues, that you continue to find in tradition that which you can struggle with and wrestle with and find your way, and let it be a guide for you. Wishing you a very hearty mazel tov on this amazing day. May you go from strength to strength. And also, I don't know if everyone heard, but Milo did acknowledge that he just completed his bar mitzvah having laryngitis, and really just to power through knowing that you're not in the most comfortable place of your life right now is pretty incredible. So really incredible job. We will always remember your strength and your resilience, and may you go from sickness to health and from strength to strength. And let us say, Amen. Cancer Lisa's going to offer, Cancer Lisa's going to offer one more blessing, the Yivarechecha, the priestly blessing on page 319. If you want to follow along or just listen, and we affirm these blessings with Ken Yehi Ratzon. May it be so.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Yisa Adonai, Yisa Adonai, panav elecha, ve'yasem lecha, ve'yasem lecha, ve'yasem lecha, shalom, shalom.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. Shkoach. You can sit down. We invite everyone to please rise for the Aleinu on 445.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shenatan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bottom of the next page, the final three lines. Kakatuv betoratecha Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo
We We turn now to the words of the mourner's Kaddish, remembering those who have died in seasons past or those in recent days. If you're reciting Kaddish or if your custom is to stand for Kaddish, you can stand, otherwise you can be seated. Today, the Bar Mitzvah family is remembering Bill Leonhardt, who just died, right? Who just passed away in the last few weeks. Our hearts are with the family who are mourning this loss. We're also remembering Mitchell Title, Babette Nathan, Elaine Pastor, Helen Ludmer, Francis Goldstein, Ann Duquette, Rose Bush, Elka Hyman, Rose Zantz, Rhoda Minsberg-Tunkel, Charlotte Kriegel, Jay Kriegel, and Ginny Ben Ari. And if there's any names I didn't mention, if anyone wants to say them out loud. 451, Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal, V'Yikdash, Mei Rabbah, V'Yalma, D'Yirach, Eretei, V'Yamlich Malchutei, B'Chayecho, Nevyomecho, Nevchayei, Dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagala Uvizman Kari V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam Omei Omaya. Yiparach V'Yishtabach V'Yipa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh V'Yithadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei Dekudishah Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbachata V'Nechamata Daminran V'Yalma V'Yimru Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimramav Uyasei Shalom Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'Yimru Amen. May the source of comfort be with all who mourn and remember, and let us say Amen. You can be seated. We invite our chair of our board, Janet Breen, to share some welcome and announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. What joy here today. Thank you first to David Rudofsky for leading the Tish, to SAJ's Vice Chair, Laura Gottlieb-Feldman, for ushering, and to Danielle Gerard for laning, and Milo, what can I say? Fabulous job today. Incredible laning and a very, very persuasive drash. Thank you. Mazel tov to the whole Lionheart family. This was just so fabulous to be with you today. Thursday night, December 15th, is finally coming, and we will celebrate the centennial with a fun and multimedia experience highlighting the people, the artifacts, and the rich history of SAJ. So join us from your home or using your computer or your smartphone to explore the synagogue in a completely new and innovative way. It is high-tech, but we had a rehearsal, and I can do it. Everybody can do it. And it's really very different from anything we've done at SAJ before, so we encourage you to go online, go to the website, go to the weekly email, and register. You do have to register for this. Sunday, December 18th, beginning at 5 p.m., we'll have something for everybody in our Hanukkah celebration. It's a family-friendly celebration, of course. There'll be a candle lighting, a sing-along, and SAJ's beloved Latka Hamantash and debate. And there'll also be an alternative adult program. Bring a favorite menorah that tells a story from your life. Rabbinic intern Leah Miller will lead what we're calling menorah telling upstairs. And then, of course, everybody at SAJ, there'll be a potluck dinner. Come, there'll be latkes, there'll be food, and it'll just be more activities from kids, and it'll be terrific. Next week is Nigun singing with Debbie Rand at approximately 12:30. It'll be both here in the sanctuary and online. There are also lots of other community programs that SAJ is sponsoring with Reconstructing Judaism. So please take a look at your weekly email. After services end today, please join us upstairs in the social hall for Kiddush. It's sponsored by the Leonhardt family with the private party beginning at 1:15. Macomb students will have a special Kiddush in their classrooms. It's a lot, but it's what I've got for today. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet, and for everything that you do. We have our final song and then ask you to go on upstairs. There are stairs, there's elevator, and we'll do our Kiddush and Motzi so we can all eat upstairs then. Page 459, Adon Olam.
Right chord here. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Ve'ed Nasa, Ve'chefto Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nivra, Ve'acharei, Kiflot HaKol, Levado, Yimloch Norah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, Ve'hu Yiyeh, B'Tifarah. Adon Olam Hashem Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra, Hayed Nasa V'chefto Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Norah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, Ve'hu Yiyeh, B'Tifarah. Adon Olam Hashem Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra, Hayed Nasa V'chefto Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Norah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah. Ve'hu Echad Ve'in Sheni, Lehamshilo, Lehachbirah, Ve'li Reshit, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'los Ve'hamizrach, Ve'hu Eli, Ve'chai Goali, Ve'tzor Chavli, Ve'etzara, Ve'hu Nisi, Umanos Li, Menat Kotzi, Ve'yom Ekra, Ve'yado Akid Ruchi, Ve'tishan, Le'ha'ira, Ve'im Ruchi, Ve'tiyati, Adon Ali, Ve'lo ira. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra, Ve'ed Nasa V'chefto Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Norah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, Ve'hu Yiyeh, B'Tifarah. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra, Ve'ed Nasa V'chefto Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Norah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, B'Tifarah.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Mazel Tov. Please join us upstairs for Kiddush.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Great bar mitzvah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wow, haven't
The
seen
largest group we've had since COVID. Yeah.
What a spirit that goes with it.
really big crowd.
Take care, everybody. Good job. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Donna.
Shabbat Shalom, Carol.
Shabbat Shalom, Gail.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Yeah, whoever's Milo's family, Shabbat Shalom. Ruth, Shabbat Shalom. Phyllis.
Right.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Here we go. They turned off this sound.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Hi, Phyllis. Are you okay? You disappeared last night. So concerned. Good.
I'm fine. Thank you. See you next week.
It was a nice discussion. I'm really glad to hear these young people getting in touch with the divine within awareness. Really wonderful. Doris, I haven't seen you in a long time. Linda? Sure.
Yeah.
Judith,
all
thanks.
good. Hmm?
Hi.
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 Mhm.
Hope all is well with you. Good Shabbos, everybody. Linda, good
Yeah.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Judith, thank you for your wonderful tech work.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your nice comment.
Blessings, everybody.
Yes.
Have an easy day.
Yes.
I'm celebrating my birthday over the weekend. My birthday's on Tuesday.
Yom Huledet Sameach to you.
Toda Rabah. Pamela. Oh, I didn't see you before. Hi. Hi, Pam. How are you?
Hi, Carol. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I wanted to be there last night. I was planning to bring a friend from my building who I'm trying to introduce to SAJ, but I ended up, I think I have a little stomach virus, so I'm just staying home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Always good.
I love the Friday night service. Now I have to look forward to a whole month.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I just like those, but I know you were also celebrating somewhat.
Yeah, you missed tiramisu cake. Oh my God, it was delicious.
What was it called?
Tiramisu cake.
Oh yeah, wow. I bet.
Yeah, I have to find out where Debbie gets it from because it was really good.
Was that
And
Debbie Rand?
Debbie Rutt.
Oh, Debbie Rutt. Okay.
Debbie takes care of those things, and it was really nice, and it was a lovely potluck. A lot of people brought a lot of good food.
Oh, that's good.
It wasn't a lot of people, but it was a lot of good food.
Yeah. It'll build up. I think
About 20.
Club. I always love the Tiferet Singing Circle. This feels very
25. Yeah.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Feel better. Sending you healing thoughts and energy. Bye. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Okay, I'm going to close down the Zoom now. I wanted to thank all of you for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the Bee Mitzvah, and wishing you a Shabbat Shalom and a good rest of your Saturday. Thank you for being here. See you again next week.
Thanks, Judith. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, of course.
I tried to copy and paste something from the chat, but it wouldn't work. Is there any way you can resolve that? what the links. I tried to copy it, but it wouldn't work.
I
I'm
think
just letting
you
you know.
should be able to, let me just do, you tried to copy the chat, so let me just do a test here and see if I can copy it. Okay, just a minute.
Sure.
Testing chat, testing. Oh, there's my typo, forgive. Okay, I'm gonna send this out, and then I am going to copy and paste. I'm copying, and now I'm going to paste it right back into chat and see if that worked. That worked.
That worked
So
for you.
I'm not sure why. Yeah, I just highlighted the entire thing that whatever you want to highlight.
That's what I do when I.
Yeah, you should be able to copy and paste. It might be on your computer that's not allowing you to do it.
Yep, it's not.
I was just.
It's
I
not.
was just able. Did you highlighted the section that you
Yeah, I
want to
did
copy?
everything. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, we all know how to copy and paste.
I've noticed that on some, but it's not always my computer. That on some chats I'm unable to copy and paste. That there's some. There's something that doesn't allow the paste part. I can copy.
Wonder
Doesn't allow the
why.
paste part because it doesn't happen with all things. So I just thought if you knew if there was a, but not for
No, I
today.
mean,
It's Shabbat, so maybe it can be explored some other time.
I'm going to send that. You see where I sent this is Judith Zoom tech testing? Forgive me.
That's okay. Thank you for
That's actually Debbie Rudd calling me. Sorry about that.
wants you to shut down, so I don't want to belabor this.
Yeah, I have to talk to Debbie, but I just see where I said this is Judith Zoom tech testing. So actually what I do is Control C. It's a little shortcut.
Yeah, that's
then when
what
I
I
want
do
to
too.
paste, I do Control V.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
I do
If
too.
you are doing Control C and Control V, I know my daughter has. Debbie is calling me. I'm going to have to take this call.
Okay.
Debbie, I'm sorry. I was
You're on Facebook Live, so if you can shut off Facebook, please shut off Facebook.
I thought I'd done that.